Started to gather to participate in the National Anti-Corruption March. Various civic and youth organizations have deployed their members to air their concerns about corruption in the country. Trade union NUMSA and political parties, the EFF, the UDM and COPE are also participating in the march. Organizers say corruption has cost the country 700 million rand in the last 20 years. They're calling for both government and big businesses to strengthen the fight against corruption. Well, for more on this, our reporter Sipho Stuurman is at the Union Buildings. He's been covering the activity of the march from this morning. Sipho, good afternoon to you. First of all, what's the turnout been like in support of the march?
Good afternoon to you. Well, while in Cape Town the weather is bad, I must say here in Pretoria the sun is out and the heat is really just scorching on everyone. But all the thousands of people that have gathered here are braving the heat, and they have now commenced with the march from Beggars Park in Pretoria Central all the way to here where we are at the Union Buildings. Now they are still currently on the way here. They haven't yet arrived here at the Union Building, but they should be arriving shortly. And the turnout has really started very slow in the morning. At 10 o'clock there were just a few people that were there at Beggars Park, but as time went on we saw large crowds coming in, especially when all the big political guys came through. Then they came with their crowds. As we mentioned in the intro there, the EFF is there, UDM is there and COPE, and they came with their support. Of course there's a lot of civic organizations that are here, TAC, Sonke Gender Justice, all of those organizations plus youth organizations. They are also here to just say that they want to show their support to this anti-corruption march.
All right, so you've been with the people who've joined the march, as you say, showing their support for anti-corruption. Give us a sense of what people are saying.
Well, the main event is actually going to be here at the Union Buildings. That's where we're going to be hearing the speeches, and that's where they're going to be handing the two memorandums. Now, why do we have two memorandums? One is for the government, which was addressed to President Jacob Zuma, and the other is for SA Business Unity, because the organizers are saying that corruption is not only just a government issue, but it is also an issue for private businesses, because often in the public discourse, corruption is associated with government and the state, but they want to correct that to say private companies are also engaged in corruption, so they are calling everyone involved. Now, what was said earlier on at the gathering at Beggars Park, it was actually NUMSA who took to the stage, and what they said is that they expressed disappointment that NEDLEC, the body that gives authorities for trade unions to embark on protected marches, refused to give them that clearance certificate for today, rather giving them for 2 weeks later, meaning that workers today cannot join the strike. If they come and join the march, then they might face disciplinary hearings. However, they've encouraged other workers that are perhaps off duty or are working night shift to be part of this. So they've expressed disappointment with regards to that decision by NEDLEC, saying that NEDLEC attempted to sabotage this march. But with that said, they're saying that they are still very much impressed with the turnout. However, more details are going to come through when they hand that memorandum later here at the Union Buildings.
Absolutely. Sipho, thank you very much. That's Sipho Stuurman live from Pretoria at the Union Buildings, bringing us the latest from that anti-corruption march. But continuing